right, hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone.
Hi, we're Annie's girls. I'm Visha.
And I'm Kim.
I'm Yannick.
And I'm Bakira, aka Kiki.
And welcome to Annie's Girls.
Okay.
I know some of you are like, it's a long time coming, but here we are. So we want to get started. We want to talk to you a little bit about who we are, why we're here, and what our purpose is.
Yep.
So, Kim, you want to take it off and get started?
Sure. First of all, I want to apologize for being in the truck, but hey, this is life for me. Um, but I am Kim Williams. I am Annie's oldest granddaughter. And Annie is, well, my grandmother, like I said, and I'm her oldest granddaughter. And I've always thought of my grandmother as a very revolutionary woman. And she's, to me, very Renaissance. And she is someone who I look up to all the time. When there are times when I feel like, you know, I don't want to do something or I can't do it, I think about my grandmother a lot because she has been someone who has um, done amazing things to me, even when it wasn't popular for her to do things as a woman or as a mother or as a person, period, of her race. So she's someone who I look up to a lot. Um, I think I need to go ahead and explain where the name Annie's Girls came from. Well, I thought of the name because it was the only thing, well, one of the things that we all had in common. We all come from Annie. Annie is, well, three of our grandmothers, and she's Visha's mother. And she had a hand in raising all of us. So I just thought, okay, why won't we be called Annie's Girls? So that's where the name came from. And the reason why I chose to do maybe a YouTube channel, or I asked if, I asked them if they wanted to do a YouTube channel, and they all, kind of agreed, and we said, yes, we could start one. But I do want to say, when I asked, okay, let's do a YouTube channel, it was when I was kind of iffy about it. But then I thought about what it would mean to me personally. And I said, well, maybe if we do the YouTube channel, personally, I was thinking, okay, well, it will increase the greatness between us. I was thinking, okay, maybe we'll be able to have more conversation. We will be able to, talk more to one another, and we would just, be able to laugh more in between us. So I was thinking, okay, that's a good idea. We could do this YouTube channel. And I knew that it would be easy for all of us. But I was just a little iffy about it. It wasn't my favorite thing to do. And maybe my other reason for doing it is, of course, everybody want to be seen and heard, but I am an educator or a teacher. And I was thinking, to me more, I was just thinking of a time like when I'm teaching and we Google things, anything, that there's no representation of Black women. So I said, well, this will be a good way for us to represent, Black women, our race, in a positive way. Because when my daughter grows up and she's able to get on the computer and Google, I would at least like, a Black woman to show up for something positive. So I just really think that this is a good way for us to um, really, I don't have the word for it, but us to, just represent Black women.
Yep.
So more representation for Black women, for me. That's really one of my other reasons.
All right. So that was good stuff. I didn't know that you were, I guess, reluctant. I can't remember the word you
Yeah,
said, but
that's the best word. Yeah, I was very reluctant.
so okay, I am Visha, or Shavisha, Visha for short. and Annie is my mother. And of course, you know, I always say she was my first pastor, but she doesn't she doesn't treat us the same way as her flock, if that makes sense, in a sense that, you know, we expect, like I be expecting her, I'll be wanting her to call me and say, you know, I don't know, when I get stories from her sheep, I'll be like, what? She did that? You know? But she's just amazing to me. You know, I have grown up in the church, still in the church, and you hear all these different stories about Yannick's got a visitor. You hear all these different stories about pastors and the things that they go through, and I know they really have a hard time living up to the standards that people put them on. But she really has exemplified a woman of God to me. And the other thing about her is that I think I got a lot of my personality from her. I am very introverted, and you would be surprised that she's introvert. You know, she's an introvert, but she does this powerful stuff, you know. And so, like Kim said, sometimes when I think, oh my gosh, I cannot do that, I feel like I can do it because I see the stuff that she's able to do. So I am just proud to be Annie's girl, proud to be her daughter. And proud to be just part of the family that she has, that she has, what do you say, put us in or whatever. So anyway, that is who I am. That is who Annie is to me. What else? We talked about, why we decided to do it. So this was the very first year that I did a vision board. Years before, I had been invited to vision board parties and all of that. And I just never went to them. I don't know why, I just didn't. And I didn't write one. I always wrote down my goals and things, but I was like, okay, no, this year, 2020, it's about to be on. I'm doing this vision board. Then I was sad because I was like, dang, I gotta do this vision board by myself. I ain't getting no invite this year. So I was like, I'm doing it. Y'all got more visitors. I was like, I'm doing it. So I did it, and on my vision board, I sent Kim a picture of the vision board after she had told me about the YouTube thing. And on the vision board, I said, okay, I want to start a YouTube channel. I had no idea what it was going to be about, and was still even like, really? I don't really want to be on the TV. I rarely post stuff. So I'm like, how you going to be on the YouTube and you don't be posting nothing? So, but I said, okay, I still want to do it. There's like so much stuff out there, like Kim. There's so many things that people are doing, and I'm like, okay, you know, why not? So anyway, yeah, I said I want to do. So when she asked me, I was like, oh, yeah, I want to do one. So yeah, that was one of the reasons. And like she said, I want to represent. I think, and doing it with you all makes it easy. You know, we always have a good time together. So yeah, I thought it was a great idea. And yeah, whoever's next. I'm sorry, this is real life. It's hot in here.
So I guess I'm next. So I'm Yannick Anderson, and I'm one of Annie's granddaughters. For whatever reason, I decided to do this outside, which was a very bad idea. Okay. Because I feel like I see wasp and things. And so if you see me jumping, that's probably why. But anyway, for me, Annie, of course, is my grandmother, and she's so many things to me, to so many people. She's the matriarch of our family, and I feel like she just always has the answer to everything. I've had health issues in the past or whatever. She just knows a remedy. She has a remedy for everything. She cooks everything. She is so humble. She's so modest, and she's just everything. A reason for me to, a woman to look up to, she is that person. And like Nisha said, she's a pastor. But for us, it's not even like that. You know, I don't even have enough words to describe who she is and how amazing she is. But we all look up to her. And if it wasn't for her, like there's a lot of things I feel like I would not have been able to accomplish. She's helped throughout my college. Even when my family moved away to Texas and I wasn't ready to go, she allowed me to stay with her, you know. And so she's just a lot of things. Like I said, I don't have the words to explain what she means to us, but I'm very appreciative for her guidance, for her love, her commitment to family, her commitment to her church, all of those things. As far as the reason of doing this, I probably was like Kim, a little reluctant as well. Um, I know I'm over the top and I'm all that, but I am a little shy. So, and people probably don't believe that, but I am. I don't necessarily like a lot of attention. I don't like to be the spotlight. So for me to be on video and talk and do all these things, it was a little intimidating. But to Kim's point, there's so many reasons why we should, again, like Shadisha said, bringing us closer together, even though we're all very close and we're very close knit, but there's a lot going on in this world today, and so for us to come together to be able to have these conversations, and just, I don't have kids, but I have nieces and nephews and cousins, and for them to have other women to look up to and things like that. So that's kind of the reason for me. I am excited, although I was reluctant and nervous about it. I am exciting. I'm excited to see how this goes and just to see what's to come. So that's really all for me. I'll take it to Kiki Bakira.
Well, hello there, everyone. First and foremost, you're probably wondering why I didn't do an introduction video like the other ladies. So, the reason being is because I have been terribly busy. So, yes, like Yannick said, those nieces and nephews, I have 3 of those. And on top of that, I've been studying for my general securities license, which has been a 5-month process due to COVID. So that is why you did not get an introduction from myself, but here I am in the flesh. So who is Annie to me? And I don't want to cry because even though my family thinks I'm just like always hard up, I'm very sensitive and I get very emotional. Not as much as Yannick, however, I do. So Annie to me, of course, she's my grandmother first and foremost. I thank God for her because my grandmother has always just been, just like everybody says, she's so humble, she's so meek. But I'll never forget the first time as an adult when I heard her preach, and I was like, that's the same person that's my grandmother? What in the world? She is just powerful. And one thing that I always think about is when there's bad weather, I always think, where's my meteorologist? When is she gonna call me to say, hey Pooh, I heard there's some bad weather coming your way. Y'all make sure y'all pay attention to the Weather Channel. So my grandmother, like I said, she's my grandmother. She's just always been such a role model to me. And my meteorologist, our personal chef, she can cook like no other. Then she'll get in there and make her sweet potato pies. So that's who Annie. Annie is she's everything. She's definitely everything to our family, and she has been from day one. So she's our rock. She is our rock. So why I am doing this YouTube channel, honestly, I don't know, y'all. I've always said, how did I get stuck into this? Because I'm the youngest, so I'm the youngest of the 4 of us. And I think they just dragged me into it. I've never even posted on YouTube, y'all. I look on Facebook and Instagram, but I never post hardly. So I was like, how did I get involved in this? But hey, I'm here. I'm excited to be here. And let's just see where Annie's girls go. And you probably hear my child in the background, but this is real life, y'all.
Nice. Everything sounds really good. So what's our next question? Should we talk about where this quarantine life has led us for some new things that we have started? Is that what we should talk about next? Well, I'll start. Okay. This quarantine, I can't even say it right, y'all, but it has led me first. The very first thing it has led me to is an extra 15 pounds. So,
gosh, yeah.
I do sit and I eat. Y'all, I like it. I really do. I really do like it. I don't mind the weight. Not so bad now. I do want to lose weight, maybe in my stomach area, but I'm not so upset about it, y'all. I don't know why. But
let me interrupt you. Hopefully, this thing won't lock us out. I forgot about that. You know how it has a timer, 40 minutes. It just gave me a warning. But keep going. So you keep going. Sorry.
Yeah. And so the weight gain, yes. But I am kind of enjoying this quarantine life. I've had to think of new ways to do things. I didn't know that I was such a big dreamer as I am, or I'm becoming more of a dreamer, more creative in things. New ways of vacationing. I had to think of new ways of doing that because of the COVID-19. It's really, made me think deep about my family and how I want to protect them and ways of still enjoying this time. But anyway, I don't know if you three know, but I think y'all know because Teresa Anderson knows. So I know everybody knows. But I, because of the COVID-19, I was up late at night, very late, or early in the morning, like at 2:00 in the morning. I was thinking, well, if one of us catch the COVID-19, like, what am I going to do? How am I going to keep my family together, where we can still see one another, or remain close to each other. So I was just up thinking, and I was thinking, well, okay, well, what about an RV or something like that? And so I was up late, y'all. I said, I got to do something because I want to still keep my family together, but, I want us to be safe and I want us to be comfortable. So I was up looking and looking and looking, and then I saw how much they cost, and I saw how much they could be financed and the monthly payments, went through all of that. Then I woke up and I told my husband about it, and he was looking like, really?
I was wondering how the RV came into play. Okay.
Yeah. So I was just like, yeah, I mean, that's about the best thing. I said, and plus we can use it to vacation. So why not? I said, let's just do it. If we don't, we can just sell it, So we ended up, we did get well, they're not calling it an RV because we don't drive it, but it's still a recreational vehicle. It's a travel trailer, rather.
Okay.
But we did get one of those. So quarantine led me to that, a new way of vacationing and quarantining. So that's the major thing that this has led me to, the weight gain and a new way of vacationing. And I know other people have to talk, so my time is up.
So, me, weight gain, yes. And I have joined a number of challenges with my sisters, Teresa and Beverly, and my cousin Flea. All of us have been on these weight loss challenges and we keep losing. But, that, and like you said, I have enjoyed being with my family. I'm so grateful that we're still enjoying each other. And I did gardening. I started a garden. With lots of vegetables. And I had, I had a lot of stuff. But anyway, when I went out to pick my lettuce, because my lettuce was growing all out of the way, it was just huge. My neighbors was like, are you going to ever pick your lettuce? So I was like, okay, I'm going to go pick it. I went out there, it had bugs out. I was like, this ain't for me. I mean, I got to get these bugs off. And then it had it had spiders on it, and my husband was like, well, what did you expect? I don't know, but I ain't want to see my lettuce with these bugs on it, so it's kind of hard for me to eat it. So then we had tomatoes and stuff, and it's kind of then died. So at least I can say I did that. And then I thought I was gonna be sewing masks, so I got another sewing machine. And that ain't nothing come out of that. This sewing machine.
Not even a pillow?
I ain't sold no pillow. Now I've only done stuff where I fixed stuff that needed to be fixed. That a hem that needed to be fixed. So I did that. What else have I done? I have realized I wish I had gotten my whole cooking thing from Kiki. Is another one of our great cooks.
Yes.
From Kiki, and her mom Bev is a great cook, and my mom, they're all great cooks, and my mom and Bev always be like, I just throw it together in a minute. It don't take them no time,
Right.
And so I have realized over this quarantine that, I always thought I don't really like cooking, but I realized over the quarantine that I absolutely hate it. Like, it's like deep rooted. So I'm trying to get over that because I'm like, dang, I gotta cook again. But yeah, I've been doing that. Like you said, we've been enjoying family, figuring out things to keep the kids busy. We start school on Monday. I'm looking forward, but not a little bit of both. Ready for the kids to get back to something else other than, my daily routines with them. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. A little bit of TV watching, but not much.
So I guess I'll go next. Me too. I've had the COVID 15 pounds. I've definitely gained. I think I have a lot of ideas, but I just don't follow through. I'm like, oh, I'm going to get me a bicycle. I'm going to do this. And then I start searching and I haven't. I think the biggest thing for me is, I'm sure a lot of you all have heard of that outdoor, Black women who love outdoor living, that group. And so I've been addicted to the outdoor things. So I've redid my patio twice, like bought new furniture, and I'm like, oh, I don't know about that one. Bought new furniture, new setup. And so I've been really enjoying being outside. And so whether it's listening to music, I'll eat out here, I'll have it lit up, so that's kind of been my serene thing for me, because I feel like I'm a nurse by profession, but I work, of course, remotely. And I feel like I've been working so much more now that we're working full time at home. And so I'm always at home. So the least I can do is just come out and have some type of peace for myself. Um, I'm a big time traveler. I love to travel the world. And so that's probably been the hardest thing for me with COVID, because I can't travel and I've had to cancel trips. And so I was supposed to go to Egypt in a couple months. And so that has been canceled. So I've been trying to look at other ways that I can do things. So like I've gone to Savannah, I've gone to Hilton Head and try to do things locally, or not necessarily locally, but closer, as opposed to traveling outside of the country. So I just got back from Hilton Head. But for the most part, cooking, like Shakisha said, I'm single. I don't have kids. So I'm somebody usually who I just go to a restaurant, I pop up, I eat here, I eat there. I cook sometimes too. Now I find myself, I'm cooking all the time. And it's not because I like it. I just feel like I have to cook. And for a while, I didn't trust the restaurants at first. So, and I'm like, why is there so many dishes? Why is there so much, so like, it's too much to cook. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Like, so by the time I get finished cooking and eating, I'm like, now I have to clean up.
Yeah.
It's a lot. And I'm not like my sister who cooks, but I will call her and say, hey, how do I make this? She makes these famous grits and they're so good. And so I'm calling her or my mom, and to Visha's point, they know how, just a little bit of this. And I'm like, no, I need to know the measurement. Is it a fourth? Is it a half? And they're like, I don't know.
Feel it in your hand.
No, I can't do that. I need instructions. But anyway, so that's about it for me. And I feel like this is our new life. So we're gonna have to find a way to get comfortable with it and find things that we enjoy and do. So I need to find some new hobbies besides traveling, because I can't travel. So all right, Bakara.
So yes, like they said, I love to cook. I love to cook because I love to cook, and I love to cook because it's cheaper than eating out. That's the main thing. I have a family of 5. So even a trip to Chick-fil-A is almost $40.
Yes.
Okay. So that's another reason why I enjoy cooking. So during quarantine, kind of had a few things, but one of the main things is I've been teaching my oldest daughter, she's 11, how to bake. One thing, some of our viewers you may know, so Deborah, which is T.
Okay, Key, you got disrupted internet technology. What do you call it? Technical difficulties. So you were talking about T.
Yes, I was talking. So I'm teaching my oldest daughter, who's 11, how to bake. We started baking because, lucky for me, for my birthday, my family bought me a KitchenAid mixer, because I'm old school. I had the old hand mixer, still just working it. But they bought me a KitchenAid mixer. I kind of told them about it. But it worked out for me, guys. So we've been doing that. So she's baked cakes and cupcakes and cookies and all this other carrying on. So that's one thing. Another thing, because 2020 was my year that I said I wanted to really, really focus on having a close relationship with God. So I was saying, my line sisters and I, what we have to, and by line sisters, I'm a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. So what we have done is we have created a girlfriends and God devotion. So every Thursday we meet on Zoom, and guys, we say 8 o'clock, it turns into 8:15, 8:20. Oh, I'm finishing cooking dinner, y'all. I ain't made it home yet. It's it's life, real life. But at the end of the day, we still log on, whether we spend the full hour together, whether we spend 10 minutes together, just talking about the daily devotion that was. So we all subscribe to daily devotion, and we kind of just break it down in what it means to us. And we also commit to one thing, just one thing, because we can't overwhelm ourselves and say, I'm gonna commit to 3 and 4 different things. So we all commit to one thing that we're gonna do from that Thursday to the next Thursday when we meet again, in regards to dedicating and holding each other accountable with, like I said, building that close relationship with God. So that's
good.
That's one of the biggest takeaways that COVID has given us, because a lot of us are mothers, we're principals, we're physical therapists, bankers. So life gets busy in regular life, but COVID has afforded us the opportunity to come together to, like I said, talk about the word and how it can impact us in our everyday life. So that's what I've been doing in quarantine.
That is awesome. All good things. Okay. Do we have another question that we want to discuss or that we're going to talk about?
I think we can just talk about our giveaway, maybe, unless there's something else that someone else had to discuss.
No, the giveaway is fine. Kiki, do you want to talk about the giveaway? Just throw it out there.
Hey, I'm used to it. That's what, let me tell you, that's one thing about the Andersons and Annie's girls does. We get voluntold a lot of the times, everybody. Okay. But hey, we always say you got to have tough skin. You got to have some tough skin to be around this family. But so one of our lucky viewers, we want you guys to just have a token of appreciation, a small little gift from the Annie's girls. So one lucky viewer, you're going to need to comment below the answer to this question, and I hope you get it right. Okay, what trip did Yannick have to cancel that was coming up in the next few months? What country was she going to? So once again, I'm gonna give it to y'all one more time, but that's why you gotta make sure you're listening. What country did Yannick say that she was going to, but unfortunately due to COVID, her trip got canceled? But hey, that's life. Maybe it's God's plan she didn't go, y'all. So remember,
yeah, she could have got stuck.
Y'all.
Yeah.
That's good. So
and I can't get in. So make sure you comment below, and don't forget to subscribe.
Yes, please subscribe. We want to give a shout out to Haley. Oh, what's Haley's theme name?
Made by Haley.
Made by Haley. She made our t-shirts. She's also an Annie's girl. And our t-shirts just says Annie's girls, cut from the same cloth, built from the same stock. And so thank you, Haley, for these wonderful t-shirts. We love them. We're proud to wear them on and off the show. So look for more to come from us. We've got a lot of ideas. Kim and I have talked about some other ideas, not just for us on YouTube, but just in general, us with this Annie's girl. So we got to bring it all up to you guys too, and just say what some of the things we've thrown out, that how we can just kind of, grow as Annie's girls. Yeah. What else? Anybody else got something else they wanted to say?
No, just wanted to remind everybody to make sure they comment below in order to have their name drawn for the gift that will be by Haley. And also make sure you hit the notification button so you'll know our next time that we'll be on. And I guess that's about it. Oh, we also said to comment, like if you have any interesting questions or any interesting conversation ideas.
Like topics.
Yeah. Comment below and let us know.
All right.
All righty.
Bye, girls.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching our very first recording of Annie's Girls. Look, be patient with us. Give us some grace. This is all new. We are amateurs, so just be gracious. But before we go, we wanted to leave you with a little Annieism. If you've ever called Annie and gave her some bad news, she would probably say something like this. She said, "Oh Lord Jesus, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Jesus." And isn't that how we feel about 2020? If it ain't one thing, it's another. Back to back to back, right? But see, there's hope. Because we have a promise that all things work together for our good. So we're holding on to that. And we can't wait to see you. We hope you take that Annieism with you, knowing that everything is working for your good. See you next time right here on Annie's Girls.